Hey folks, my name's Jeff Larry and I'm the Senior Preservationist here at President Lincoln's Cottage. And I wanted to take this opportunity to thank you for your support of our vestibule project. Now, hopefully at this point you've had a chance to see the short video we put together back in May. I think it gives a good outline of the history of the project and where we were at that time. And oh boy, have we come a long way since then. So just a sort of a real quick kind of recap. We brought back all of the original trim work, reconstructed the staircase, removed the concrete floor at the base of the stairs, figured out what was there originally, and installed a wood floor. And we returned the entry hall doors, that's the doors at the top of the stairs, to their original location and swing, so that they now swing into the entry hall. But probably the most noticeable change is going to be the decorative painting. So you'll see that the ceiling is one color, the walls are a different color, and the lower part of the walls is a faux grained wainscot. Now that's a panel system that is painted to look like wood. And in our case, it was painted to look like walnut and white oak. So, and again, that's a real sort of basic simplification. You know, I'm not even getting into the the research, the documentation, the materials analysis, and all of the discoveries that we made along the way. So, all right, I'm gonna do my best to get you inside here and kind of show you around the space. Run around the back. All right, so let's head in. And here you go. You can see it's sort of a bluish green on the ceiling and a reddish brown color on the walls, and then on the lower part of the walls you can see the faux grained wainscot. So the walnut frame with the white oak panel in the middle. And then down here, this is where we had the concrete floor, and we installed a wood floor using reclaimed lumber from an 1850s farmhouse in Pennsylvania. And you can see the stair treads are also reclaimed lumber, and the baseboard has that nice curve with the original base cap detail, and as it goes up the stairs and then curves back around onto the landing. And you'll notice that the baseboard and the risers are just painted brown. We discovered in the middle of the project that the doors and the baseboard and the risers were also faux grained in walnut, and we were able to get a grant to do the graining on the doors, but we'll be looking for other opportunities in the coming year so that we can finish up the graining on the baseboard and the risers. And speaking of the graining on the doors, you can see here are the entry hall doors, and then above the entry hall doors, these are the doors that were made to swing into, so they were returned. You can see the graining. That's all painted to look like wood. And now when you walk up the stairs, you walk in and the doors open into the cottage. So it's a much more natural flow and feel to the space. And you can see up here this trim work, that's called the transom bar. When the doors were changed to swing into the vestibule, probably in the 1950s, that whole transom bar was reconfigured, but luckily they used much of the original material, so I only had to reproduce a little bit of that and then return that to its original location. All right. Come around over here, you can see close these doors. There is the graining on the front doors. I'll kind of give you a little bit different view here of the space. So this project is by far the largest and most substantial change that we've done to the cottage, since the original restoration and the site opened almost 13 years ago. So again, I just want to thank you so much for your support of this project, and hopefully one of these days we'll get to see you out here in person. Thanks.